Hey guys, how's it going? Kevin Cleary here with a knife video for you. And today I just want to have a little discussion about the gear of Blade Show. So this will be where I talk about some of the booths I did visit, some of the knives I saw. And that was one of the cool things about the show is I got to handle a lot of stuff that I would never handle in real life, that I would never want to necessarily own, but it's so cool to check out. Now on my short list, and this is almost a knife I would own. This is Dr. Funky's Chamois. There's another Chamois coming up. These to me were the knife of the show. I handled a number of different chamois, about 4 or 5, and they were all impressive. Next, I've got a couple of Robert Carter knives. These belonged to That's Not a Knife, and I've got to say he has a fantastic collection, all really high-end stuff. Beautiful, beautiful knives. The first one there was an F16. I'm not sure what this model, maybe it's an F16 as well. Next up, we have the Sabotage Design slip joint. Now, these are not built by Black Snow Customs. Natty gave permission to someone else to build them. Next, we've got the Nirvana 3.0. That is Dr. Funky holding his Nirvana. So I kind of thought that was a fun picture. Next picture is from Jake Hovack. Go and give him a follow on Instagram along with That's Not a Knife. This is a Martin Knives QSB, and it is amazing. Now, finally, we're going to get to the production stuff. So I stopped at the Kaiser booth. I handled a bunch of their new stuff. A number of these are prototypes. They're in the works. I'm not even 100% sure that all of these will be coming out, but a bunch of cool knives. The ones I picked up, the first one you saw there was the Vindicator, then the Genesis, then the Cepha. Now this is the slicer that we're looking at right now. And this is one of the more interesting knives that I handled at Kaiser. I'm pretty interested to get my hands on that. I'm not in love with the blade finish, but what can you do? We have the Sax and the Raja coming up as well. This is the Sax. I'll be picking up that Raja in a second. Kind of a cool knife. Um, these were all interesting. They were knives that, I don't know. Some of them are a little out there and maybe not as appealing for that because they've lost some of the simplicity that I tend to be drawn to, and I've said that before. But finally, this is one that I was really, really excited to get in hand. This is the Maverick Customs Harpoon, and Kaiser is making it as a production knife. And this is on my very, very short list of knives to buy. I love this design. It felt great in hand, and I can absolutely see this working as a fantastic EDC fixed blade. A couple of the knives there, and I'll give you a quick pan of the rest of the table before we move over to Steel Will. So here we have Steel Will. The two knives that I'm going to show you here, one is the Plague Doctor, and I did not realize how large the Plague Doctor is. It is a massive knife. And I will say this, in pictures, I don't love it. In hand, I definitely appreciated it a lot more. And I could actually see myself, using it, carrying it. I forget the name of that model right there. Someone comment down below, or if I think of it, I'll put it in the comments myself. And then finally, the main knife that I came to see was the Tasso with the Antlock. And I've got to say, I think this knife is a real win. I talked to Paulina from Steel Will, and I should have one coming for review. I'm pretty stoked about that. That is one of the more impressive things from Blade. Moving on to Tops knives, a couple things here about Tops that stood out to me. The main thing were the variations of the Tops Bob. So the Tops Bob is very, very popular. Here we have, they're calling it the Fieldcraft, but this is the Fieldcraft 3.5. Really, really nice. It was very, very hard to leave the table without buying that knife. And the other knife that I also got to handle, well, those are the kitchen knives. I was pretty interested to handle them. I wouldn't want to buy these, but they are pretty cool. So S35 VN steel, big flat grind, and those would come in a pair. They were selling them together, I think, for $225 there at the show. I'm not sure what they're going to go for regular retail, but there are a few places, there were a few deals to be had. But this was a knife that I've waited so long to get my hands on. This is the Fieldcraft folder, and I still may pick one of these up. I'm so curious about it. Moving over quickly to just a short stint at the Wee Knives booth. I didn't stay there long, Wee and Savivi. They didn't have a lot that really excited me, but this is a design from Zell. It's a little front flipper with a Warncliffe blade. And out of all the things he's designed, I like this the best. Now, I know that's not my usual. I usually like some larger stuff, but out of Zell's designs, somehow I don't always love them, but that one I really liked. Nice new lion steel slip joint there. I don't know how hard the steel is on that. Sabenza 31. I want to talk a little bit about this. I liked it. I didn't hate it, but I don't know that it's necessary. That's my feelings on the 31. Here is the prototype of the Mini Smoke from Boost Blades. Again, not a knife I'm interested in. The Custom Knife Factory FIF 23. And finally, the knife that I bought at Blade. This is the Ultramar 229. Lots of gear there. There were many, many tables I didn't get to hit. In fact, a number of tables that I would have liked to spend some time at, the Holt booth, Brian Nadeau, Riot, Cold Steel, Spyderco, I stopped at in passing, but I didn't spend enough time there, and many, many more. Leon Ma's booth. I'm forgetting some. The Tuya booth, I actually went and I talked to Dave for a while, and it was just crazy and crowded. So I said, let's go, I'll come back and make a video because I really wanted to get a few Tuya knives on camera, and I missed getting back to there. So as I've said in previous videos, I will make sure that in future years at Blade, I have a little more time and perhaps I'm a little more organized so that I don't have this problem again. Guys, thanks so much for watching. I had a blast at Blade. I just wanted to kind of share a little bit of the experience with you. I know this doesn't do it justice at all, but I did have a lot of fun and wanted to show you some of the cool gear I was able to check out and a couple of the little bit of content that I did get that was gear related. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will talk to you soon.